None of this is sustainable.
Jaimie, none of this is sustainable.
We're live.
Hello, everyone.
Hi. Welcome to the show that nobody asked for.
I'm gonna do our welcome as ASMR. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our show. Let's play the dumb theme song, Jaimie, shall we?
Yes, please.
But now, Jaimie and I were like gabbing about gratitude and what have you, and then I lost the theme song.
It's the show that nobody asked for, the only reason that we shower. If these ovaries could talk is live right now.
By the way, there is some kind of like special dancing when you're only half screen. Like it's like you got to really get your shoulders into it.
That's all I do, according to Christina Wong. All I do is my shoulders. Say hi, please, everybody. Tell us you're here. I know, I'm always shocked that anybody shows up, but you know.
Oh, hello, Triplet House is in the house.
Oh my God! Are you, Julie? Hi, guys, moms. Are you dying? Robin and I just had I know we talk about this every single time, and every Thursday I'm like, I'm gonna say this again. I'm a broken record. This Thursday was such a hard day with my kids. Are you guys dying? I feel like
how I knew it was a hard day for Jaimie is she got on the call and she said, "I want to thank you." I said, "Oh, wait. Are you doing gratitude? Do you have a bad day? Are you doing gratitude?" She was like, "Yeah, I'm doing gratitude. I have a bad day."
This is not sustainable, guys. This is not sustainable. I can't get things.
I feel like what you're doing, Jaimie, is we're going a little out of order on our hot
topics.
I feel like let's scoot to that. Let's scoot to what's unsustainable.
Oh my God.
School started today for my school. I think yesterday for your school, Jaimie?
No, we haven't started.
Oh, right. You don't start till the 21st. Okay, so my school started today. And because we're a charter, and I want to say this about how it's going. You can see there's a mild perspiration.
Hey, Rebecca, you're here.
Yay, new day, new time. Mild perspiration. My sister's here. And already we were in 4 different locations. I was trying to work, and in the middle of it, my daughter was like, "My Chromebook's not working. It's freezing. I'm freezing." And then already, just right before, I come out and I said to Henry, I said, "Did you go to the closing circle?" And he was like, I forgot. And he was like watching YouTube. I was like, "What is this?" I was like, "You got to be in the closing circle. Like you got to be in the closing circle." I was like, "You better send an apology to that teacher right now. You can't miss the closing circle." What is Jaimie? What's the closing circle?
What is that? Oh my God! Here we are whining, and Michelle has triplets all in 1st grade. That's not fun. Rebecca, I don't know if we can get a new date, new time. We're gonna work on it. You need to end that class, Rebecca. That's what we need. Fire Helen.
Also, by the way, can you believe that Helen is sitting back there drunk and she didn't remind my son to go to the closing circle?
That's the thing. Like,
why is she on the payroll?
Reason.
Why is she on the payroll? Why is Helen on the payroll?
Hi, Mom. By the way, hi, Mom. I hear my children screaming in the other room. Oh dear.
So school, I just don't know how it's going to go, folks. It's like we're all trying to be in separate rooms. We were discussing, like, I might have to give my son back his room so he can get out. And then Mary was like, "Well, why don't you put him back in his room and you could sit at the desk next to me?" And I was like, "Here's why I can't sit at the desk next to you. When she puts headphones on, she does this very like random, almost like jazz ski bopping. And the thing is, okay, she's got a great voice.
That's my favorite story about Mary.
But she plays the same album for like 3 weeks in a row. So like she works in Broadway advertising. So when she was working on Alanis Morissette, Jagged Little Pill, it would just be her being like, "No one in my pocket." And I was just like, I could hear it in the back of the apartment. It's so one hand in my pocket. And so last week I came forward. And so of course my sister's rooting for Mary. Everyone always roots for Mary. So I come back up and I'm like, "Hey, we're doing the live stream. But I need you to not be doing the jazz ski bops because I can hear you do it to her." And she got really mad at me.
Oh my God.
But listen, I can't. I can't.
No, and she's going back to work. It's like I said, this is not sustainable. We can't. Well, listen, you can't do it all. You can't have this. The point has been proven at this point. No, you can't work and take care of your kids at the same time. It's impossible.
Well, you can, but you can't do it well, and you can't maintain relationships. Like, we're all breaking up. Somebody leaves the family every 5 minutes. Somebody's divorcing us.
I know. My house too. Even my 2-year-old, he goes and
Even it's so bad. Even Helen has quit.
She quits every day. Anyway.
She keeps re-showing up. She's like George Costanza. I'm like, I don't even understand why you're still here.
This is just. I feel like everybody else makes this look so easy too. Like, I feel like Michelle with the triplets. I bet you if I went to her house, it'd be like
organized and pretty and all kinds of.
I'm walking down the street like, how come all these other mothers don't look like I feel on the inside right now? How come they look like chill? Everybody looks chill, and I'm not chill.
How come my eyebrows are falling out and not everyone else's? Thank God for a beauty counter and the little eyebrow pencil there.
Oh, gotta give them back as sponsors so you can say that again.
You know what I'm saying? Hi, beauty counter. Well, they're not. They never re-upped with us, so fuck beauty counter. All right. I love you, beauty counter. I love you.
Say that.
Come on.
No, this is hard, guys. This is hard.
Hot topic number 2.
See, Mary does it pretty. Oh my gosh, now I can't remember. Now I'm second guessing my name saying Mari. Oh my gosh,
she does all the organization, of course. All right, Jaimie, take us into our next
topics. 12 days.
12 days.
Wow. I didn't know that. I didn't realize that.
I counted, and then I would throw up a little in my mouth. Like, it just went right back down. But I'm so unbelievably nervous for how it will be received or not received. Like, what if nobody gives a crap?
I mean, I think that we have to set ourselves up for that. Like, nobody's going to give a crap. People on this, Rebecca minus pre-ordered, rhymes with Safari. I knew it was Mari. I knew it. Mom, you have to say hi back to Rebecca. She keeps saying.
She did. I can only get there. I have to give people a chance to read. Otherwise, it's like this. Bum.
I feel like the people on this feed care about our book. That's
true. These 12 people are buying the book. But also, thank you, Julie. But I had this conversation with this guy from this IVF thing yesterday, and he was such a really genuine, nice, sweet guy in Poland. And it's an IVF international company, and they are doing. He was like, because travel is stopped. He was like, we decided to do more altruistic things, and I was like, oh my God, you could have just been like, I'm chilling out at home. And so we're doing all these IVF webinars. We had this nice conversation. And then all of a sudden he was like, pre-ordered the book. And I was just like, go ahead, Jacob with a K-U-B. I was like, thank you.
Jacob. Oh my God, Mom, you ordered 3.
Listen,
thanks, Mom.
We love you.
You're going to get it for free too, Mom.
We had to order one for my mom and dad who are both dead. So that was very nice of you, Sue Kelton.
All right. She's going to give everybody for Christmas. Listen, if there's one person who'll buy us out, it's Sue Kelton, and I will tell her, stop buying the book, Mom. You're going to make yourself. I know.
Don't do that, Sue Kelton. All right, let's go into our next thing. I'm interested if my sister is still in the room. If you are still in the room, my sister, chime in. We'll see how this goes. We wanted to talk about politics.
Political debate.
Politics? No, not a debate.
I don't want to get into it. I'm not getting into it.
No. I just wanted to talk about only 3 because she wants the audio version.
We read it, guys, because you have to get that too.
I just wanted to talk about politics and friends and family. My sister's still here. Okay, don't get mad, Kim. I love you. But
I love Kim.
I went to visit a friend this past weekend. Outside, social distance, the whole thing. We just sat by the pool, had some cocktails, and I didn't realize at some point like that they were like really kind of diehard Trump people. And it came up after a couple of cocktails. But the thing that I realized in the middle of the conversation, because I was just very taken aback. I didn't know I was
just hit you out of the blue. You're like, oh.
Yeah. I mean, I had an inkling. Her husband is a police officer. And so I was like, okay, I could get that.
I'm done with you guys because you won't change the time. I'm going to say hi to everybody else.
Don't be mad at us, Rebecca. But so the conversation, I was just kind of like, you're voting against my family. And for her, what I realized is, she just recently had a second sibling die in December out of nowhere. Her husband's a police officer. It's a dangerous profession. Like, and for that moment, like this thing happened for me where I was just like, okay, I see why you are doing what you're doing. I understand it, but it was still really hard for me because I felt like we're watching a different television show. Like we're like, how are you living in the same world? Oh yeah, honey. How are you living in the same world and sitting here with me and telling me you love me and we're best friends, and then this is where you're at. And it was really difficult. But I had this like little moment, and I don't think I'm going to be able to like encapsulate it really well. Bye, Rebecca.
Hi, Rebecca. Thanks for stopping in.
You've got the people on the fringe on the left, and you've got the people on the fringe on the right, and then you have like here. And I feel like most of us are just on either side of it. And I felt like it was an opportunity to come across and try to talk a little bit and try to see if she could see. And I said to her, because she literally said, I don't believe any news. And I was like, but you do. And she also said that she felt like Black Lives Matter was a terrorist organization that was going to take over the Democratic Party. And I was kind of just like, I just don't.
Did you hear that, Fox News? That's totally something.
You can't say you don't believe in news. You're hearing that somewhere. And even my sister and I are on a little bit on opposite sides of things, and we don't talk about it. We'll probably do a very like white thing here where she'll say something in the comments, but we don't talk about it. And I'm just wondering, are other people going through the same thing? Like, is it in your family like that, Jaimie? Are other people experiencing this? Like, it feels like a civil war to me.
It does feel. It's very divisive. The whole country's divided. I don't have
I love
that.
You too. I love you too, Kim.
That at a girl, Kim. Really
and then followed by dude.
I don't have much of it in my feed. Like most of my friends and stuff are like-minded, which I don't know. You could look at it both ways. Like that could be good. But then that's also like I am like in the dark, but then I see my wife's feed, and it's like, oh my god. Whoa.
Well, you get into an echo chamber of only people around you saying the same things.
Yeah.
I try to watch all three channels. I try to watch MSNBC, CNN, and then I force myself to watch Fox News. So I'm at least hearing what's happening on the other side. It's very difficult.
Yeah. Because it's propaganda. I mean, anyway, I don't know. This is a slippery slope.
Slippery slope. Well, anyway, I had to acknowledge that it happened, that it's going on, and that it's hard. And I hope that more of us can try to like come across, because if we don't, I don't know, if I feel like if I don't reach across that little line in the middle and try to, because I'm not over here in the far left, and I don't think most people are. I think we're in the 60% in the metal. I just thought of,
and so, wait, are you done? Because I just decided you were done.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I could have kept going, but did I need to? No.
No, I have tried to avoid conversations with Republicans too, Julie. Like I don't know, like I just avoid it. But I just thought of Emma T from season 1, and she said, like as a kid, she grew up with 2 gay moms, and so as a kid, she thought of herself as like the ambassador on the playground to gay people, and she was just the ambassador of queer folks, and she tried to get people to understand. And she said in the end of that interview, LGBTQ folks have an opportunity to empathize, like to be the what's the word I'm looking for?
To be the person to help bring someone across.
Because we have been forced to empathize and see the other side. But I don't know if that's true. I don't know. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, we have to live in both worlds. And
right.
Sometimes many people have to live in just their world. And I just think we all need to do a better job at trying to see both sides.
Hard.
And saying when our side is not doing right. I mean, I can only take responsibility for my actions, but I don't know.
I try to be loving and kind. That's
nice. That works, right?
But you also have to call people out when they say ignorant stuff.
Yes, well,
I'm trying to do that.
My new commitment. My new commitment is like when people say stuff like, I could have just, and Mary got up and went in and started washing dishes. And I kept it light, but I was like, I just have to say this. Because I was like, I can't let that sit.
Right. No, I try. Right. Yeah.
But you know what, Jaimie?
What? Hot topics. Oh, God.
Let's potty training. Go ahead, Jaimie. Go ahead.
Guys, we are in potty training land right now. We started the pantless potty training. It's supposed to be like 3 days, and they're supposed to be trained.
I love how you said pantless. Like it's singular.
Pantsless.
Pantless.
Pantsless. Pantless. It's pantless. He's been pantless. He's been naked from the waist down.
We did that too, by the way. I just felt like there was just like balls everywhere in my house for like 2 months when Henry was this was for Henry.
There's a lot of I recommend the podcast Pantsuit. Oh, well, let's check that out. We'll check it out.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Totally. Thank you. I need new podcasts. But the amount of penis touching that is going on is
it's on the
ridiculous.
From him? You mean from him touching himself?
Yes.
Because he's freewheeling.
He's never it's never just been free there. So it's just constant. It's crazy. Oh my God.
I don't know if I blocked it out. I don't remember if there was a lot of that happening in our house. I just remember he was like naked and I just remember being like, I'm about to sit on that couch and like your balls are there. That's what I remember.
They're clean. We keep them clean.
Sure. I'm not saying they're dirty. It's just the idea of the balls.
It's a lot of tugging. It's just a lot of stuff. But
how's it going?
The first day because the first day worked for the girls. Yeah. See, here's what's happening. The first day, I didn't think it was going to happen. It was he just peed everywhere.
The first day's bad. The first day you're just walking around with like rags and following them.
Well, the first day is hell. You have to keep your eye on them the entire time, so it's exhausting for you.
Yeah. We rolled up the rug when we did it. We rolled up the rug every.
I can't roll up the rug because the couch is on it. I didn't want to deal with how my heavy couch is so heavy. So I placed towels all over the house.
It was like you were potty training a dog.
He peed on everything. So the first day, but he pooped in the potty, no problem. And by the end of that night, 2 times he just got up and ran to the potty and peed.
Were you also plying him with liquids so he had to pee a lot? Were you doing that part of it?
Yeah, but he drinks a lot of liquids anyway. Okay, and then the next day, yesterday, it was brilliant. He didn't have accidents. He just went to the potty. Yes. Today, we put underpants. We put pants on him. Well, yesterday, we put pants on him once. That's what they say to do.
I thought they were not supposed to for like a week.
No, they said, well, the one I said on day 3 or whatever, put pants on. So it gave him like this false sense of a diaper. He peed right into it. So we stopped that yesterday. He went back on the potty. Today.
Back to no pants.
Today, he had to go out because the nanny was here. She had to take him out.
Yeah.
So we put underpants and pants on, and he had it down. He has this down now. He gets it. And I've said to him, you can't get Elmo wet. Elmo has to stay dry, because that's his underpants. And
yeah.
You have to tell Matches if you have to go pee-pee. You have to tell her. You don't go. You have to go in the potty.
Got it, Mom. Peed right through it, didn't he? 2
times.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like 3 days for guys.
Now he's pantless again because we're not. Ain't nobody got time for that. So it's a whatever. I don't even know.
You know what's funny? We tried that method with my daughter, and I think we just tried like way too early, and it was like, and she was in daycare, so we couldn't really like do it properly, and the whole thing was just like a hot mess. And she just like there was like one point where she was like crawling under the dining room table to just try to pee.
Oh,
we were like running, and we were just like, forget it.
Yeah, no. And I'm doing like ever since the first kid, when I tried to stick to everything and it didn't work out for us, I don't do that anymore. I make my own hybrid versions of all of what the books say. So I hybrid the shit out of everything. So I'm not getting bunched up if I can't do it the way the book says to do it. Like I'm just going to change it according to my instincts. And it's fine. Like I don't want him to get, my biggest fear is that he's going to get a phobia of peeing. Or you're gonna turn into a fight. Like I don't want that. So I need to do it how I feel like he is, and I think we're doing okay. I
feel like I wrecked it with my first because it was my first, and I was hell bent on following the books.
Yeah,
I was like a maniac. We must have spent 14 years in the bathroom. I have this thing called the Potty Chronicles where I would just record voice memos of talking to my daughter in there and her being, I'm gonna take the potty. I'm gonna take a potty, and just sitting there, and I'd be like, you have to, and then we get into this fight, and it was just like, and I remember at one point Mary saying to me, like, listen, she's not going to be 37 and peeing in her pants. She's like, I feel like maybe we need to like back off, and I don't think I did. It's like one of my regrets is like, I think now that my kids are older, I wish that I had known, especially as my first, to not be so bunched up about like at this time you're supposed to do this, and that like just like let it come. And I didn't do that well.
It took me the first kid, and then I'm way more relaxed about like following the rules with her. Like actually, I think I'm a little too lax about trying to like have structure in my life.
Well,
but it's also strange times. Like, how am I going to have structure right now?
No, you can't. And also for my second, the nanny just handled it. Like she did the pantsless thing for the most part during the week. And so I was just like, sweet. Wow. So it was kind of handled. So like when he went into a twos program, he was already fully potty trained in a twos program. Like he did it at 18 months.
So maybe that's when they say you can start. Yeah. It depends on the kid.
That did not work for my daughter. Did not work for her at all. Well, all right, listen, we've got one more.
Pee everywhere in my house. Hot topic.
And it is called Jacob the Donor.
So, and this is also from Emma T. Wow, she's really popping up a lot. She's also in our stories.
Yeah, she is. There's so much Emma T in the book. She is like one of my favorite. She had such great things that she.
One of our first interviews too.
She was really early on.
So she's got two moms, and she was raised in the 80s, 90s,
late 80s,
late 80s, early 90s. And she says that. When she started wondering about her donor, she had this memory of sitting down with one of her moms, and because she was asking, well, what does he look like? And she had no pictures because this was back in the day.
This was like anonymous.
Yeah, who is he? What does he look like? And her mom said, well, what do you think he looks like? Let's draw a picture. I wonder if anyone had memories of being potty trained. Good question. I don't have any. See? They're going to be fine. They're going to be fine.
Exactly. Good
point, Mom.
They've got other things we're breaking them for, not this.
I am mommy dearest right now. Literally, all I do is yell at my children. So there's that. But I'm really sweet.
By the way, I'm like emotionally abusive mom, because then I like do something like last night. Like Mary slept at the transformation center last night at our friend Heather's house. Like I made her. I was like, get out, go. And then the kids were trying to come out and sit down next to me, and I was like, get out. This is my time to be in the living room alone. And Henry was like, geesh. He was like, mommy lets me download my day. And I was like, listen. I was like, you had all day to download your day to me. And he was like, and then he goes, but the whole day hadn't happened yet. He was like, I needed the whole day to download it. And I was just like, how about we have an appointment over breakfast tomorrow? And then I'm like, I love you. And it was just like, I'm so emotionally abusive.
All I do is yell at them, except when Orion pees on the floor. I'm like, oh, you silly. You're not supposed to pee on the floor. You're supposed to pee in the potty. But everything else, I'm like, no.
At least you're not like rubbing his nose in it, like a dog.
No, I'm being so sweet about it because I don't want to give him a complex. But everything else, I don't care if he gets a complex. She sat down with her mom. Her mom says, well, what do you think he looks like? And so they drew a picture of her donor together, and she remembers the outfit she put on him, like a cowboy shirt or something, and like a cowboy hat or something, because she was 8.
Because she said, that's the sports team I know that I thought was male. That's what she said, which I thought was hilarious.
And she gave him a name, which was some crazy, ridiculous name, and they wrote it. And she says she remembers that, and she says she realized maybe later that all that really matters is what I think he looks like and who I think he is. And that's my takeaway from that. And so Rose has started asking about the donor and who is he? And Mom, do you have a donor? How come you have a dad and not a donor? Like questions like that are deep and like, And what does he look like? Will I get to meet him? And and so she said, what does he look like to me again? And I said, well, I don't know. What do you think he looks like? I just copied Emma T's mom.
Now, I'm curious, did you think to, or did you not want to show her any of the pictures that you have?
We showed her.
You only have baby pictures, right?
We showed her a couple weeks ago baby pictures, and I think she was asking what he looks like as an adult. I think that's where this came from.
Use some like creepy aging up software program and be like, here he is.
No. That goes in the book of how not to do it.
I know. How to drive your child to therapy.
So we sat down, and this is where I'm not a good mom, because I didn't sit down with her because I have a 2-year-old that I had to watch his penis to make sure pee-pee wasn't coming out of it. So literally. So
context that might seem a little weird. That's all I'm saying.
I know. But you know what I mean? I'm potty training. So I have to say that now because now out of context got me scared.
Yes. For people who just came in, Jaimie was talking about potty training earlier.
So she sat there and she drew, and she got this special paper that has rainbow, and she got all the black off, and she did all this stuff, and she drew a picture of this guy. This is probably pretty accurate. He's blonde. He's got blue eyes. She put him in a rainbow tank top which
of course she did.
Very fitting.
See, I'm glad that we did. Andrea just joined it. She's like, "What? Are you watching
someone's penis?"
She's like, "I thought this was an LGBTQ thing. What?"
Yeah, and so she finished it. It's a really cool picture. We put it on the fridge, and I said, "Wait, we have to name him. What do you think his name is?" And she goes, "I think it's Jacob. It's totally Jacob." So, Jacob the donor. I know a lot of the use of the word penis. Who thought? Who'd have thunk?
Who'd have thunk?
So anyway, so Rose Drew, I felt like such a good mom in that moment.
I feel like you did do well. Was she like Jacob, or was she like just Jacob? Like was
Jacob. She was like, it's Jacob. But I also, like, the day before we just bought some plants for the new house, so I had her name the plants too. So I think she was like, Jacob. Let's do it like that. Like, it doesn't stick. And I really don't think that it's had the effect that it had on Emma T.
Well, also Emma T is 35 and one of her mothers is a therapist. So I think she's had a lot more time to digest it.
She probably sat with her and really talked about this dude. And I was.
No, I just mean more like I'm sure Emma T is looking back on it from a 30-year-old. Meanwhile, when she did it, she was just like, "He's a cowboy," and then she walked out of the room because
I hope so.
That's what like kids do. They're not like
I hope so because it didn't seem to stick. Like it's on the fridge still. I feel like she's gonna look at it and be like, "What's that?"
But listen, in all seriousness, and I'm going to say this in all seriousness, I do think you did a very good job.
Thanks.
But two, the thing to me, and we did this when we were talking to Maxine when she was talking about whether or not she had a dad when she was like running up to people on the street being like, "Are you my dad? You're my dad." Once she stopped talking about it, to me, that's an indication that they're good. That you gave them the information they needed. Like even Judy Gold said that in the book. Like once you asked them, "Do you need to know more?" And so you gave her what she needed. She processed it, and then she moved on. Jacob, I think you did great.
Jacob the donor, yeah. And she only looked at his pictures once. She hasn't asked to look at that again. So I don't know. But she, like we are in the stage. She's asking about it.
Yeah,
and I feel
it comes in waves, right? It's little bits of periods, and then it's nothing.
Yeah, I feel well equipped because of all the people we talked to on the podcast, and so all I'm doing is copying all the good advice, all the good things that other parents did. I'm just copying that.
We are LGBTQ drafting from beginning to end.
Oh my God! I also
want to say, another all seriousness too, is that for my daughter, what has replaced the conversations about the donor is the siblings. Now that she's in touch with them through Facebook Messenger, like she could just call them. There's a girl who lives 8 blocks away from us that has the same donor, which is insanity on stilts.
Yeah, that's a conversation we have to start having.
Yeah, they just call each other, and she has relationships with a few of them, like that they talk regularly, and that seems to have like the donors like whatevs for now. I mean, I feel like it's all going to move and shift.
Yeah, and we're doing our best to stay on top of it. But I also we haven't talked to her about siblings at all. We need to start
I think you need to drop it in.
We need to just start dropping it in conversation lightly. Like I don't want to sit her down and be like,
so you have 19 siblings.
No, that's the wrong way.
They don't live here. We don't know who they are. And we don't know if you get to meet them.
But Orion has them too.
Do you want a cheeseburger?
Yeah, we're not going to do it like that. But Ann and I just had the conversation. We had to wait and have a so just Ann and I, which it's very rare that we get to just talk to each other.
Remember you used to be able to talk to each other?
Yeah, without children screaming at you. So we finally just had the conversation and we're on the same page. Yeah, we have to start dropping the seed, as you say, about donor siblings. Before we say goodbye, here we go again. We're doing a workout.
You are doing it again. Okay, go ahead, Jaimie.
We're doing a workout with Jenna Wolf this Saturday. Jenna Wolf, who we interviewed. My children are trying to get in the store right now.
I know. It sounds like someone's trying to break in. It's amazing.
The door is like really weird. It's hard to open. So Rose, I'm on camera. I'm on doing my thing. I got a pantsless.
All right, we're doing a workout with Rose.
Yeah, thank you.
Jenna Wolf. On Saturday morning, she's doing it on IG Live. So if anybody wants to, and then we're going to put up some videos of us trying to do it. And Jaimie, I'm going to wear our new sponsor. I got pants from our new sponsor, Sweaty Betty, and I'm going to wear those pants to the workout
today. I got to wash them.
Yeah. But so that's that. We're speaking of new sponsors while Jaimie's kids harass her. If you guys need a starter kit for male fertility where you can check your ovulation and stuff like that, or if you need therapy because your kids keep coming in the room when you're on the live stream, if you need therapy, BetterHelp. Both of them, we have discounts on our webpage, ovariestalk.com. We've got discounts.
Did you just see that penis?
Oh, no, was his penis on the thing? I didn't even see it. I just kept talking. I don't think his penis was on camera. I really want to get out of here before we say anything more about his penis on camera, because I'm pretty sure that's an FCC violation. I'm just kidding. It's the internet. I don't think anything
You told him about Jenna Wolf. Okay.
I told him about Jenna Wolf. Look at our social for that, but we'll be there on Saturday morning. I mean, we'll be just watching, but you're going to see some posts of us being idiots and trying to do it.
Oh my God, that was crazy.
This has been a fun one. Thank you, everyone, for coming by. And I'm sure we're gonna have more updates about pantsless penises.
I hope it's all done after this. After today, he's like, "Oh, I get it. It's Potty."
Yeah, I hope next week he's just like a little dude who's going into the stall by himself at the Target.
Oh, I'm not ready for that.
But no, he looks like a doll. You can't send that boy in there alone. It'd be like parental issues. All right.
Okay. Oh my God.
Okay, pantsless eggs.
Ovaries.
And should I do it like
Helen, we're saying goodbye. We are doing it right now.
Helen is probably skying with Mary in the headphones right now. Okay, bye, everybody.